Hi, my name's Hannah, and I just want to talk to you about how I have found hope during the coronavirus crisis. Just a little bit of information about me first. I am a mum of 3 lovely children and wife to a very kind husband, and I have Crohn's disease, which affects my stomach. And because I have Crohn's, I was put on steroids a few weeks ago to help with that, and it's working. But what the steroids do is it suppresses my immune system, so I'm actually in one of the higher risk categories for catching coronavirus and then developing complications afterwards. So the first few weeks of the crisis were quite scary for me and my family. There's quite a lot of worry. We were worried about how we were going to manage if I can't go to the shops, and worried about my health, worried about our son's health too, because he's not particularly healthy either. And then there were all the news reports about what was going on around the world and in our country. And yet, in spite of all these things, which I know you're probably experiencing too, I was filled with a real sense of hope and peace. And I want to talk to you about why that is. First of all, my hope, it wasn't enough for me to think, oh well, you know what, it'll all turn out all right in the end. That wasn't strong enough, because I knew there was a real risk of me catching the virus, and there still is, and getting seriously ill. And I was even having to think about, well, do I have to say goodbye to my children and leave them? And so a vague kind of, oh, I'm sure it'll turn out all right, that wasn't enough. I quickly began to see that actually the government's measures, although they were good, they weren't able to stop the virus. We weren't able to stop it from entering our country, and we weren't able to stop its spread completely, although the measures have worked in the sense that it hasn't spread as fast, which is good. But it's not enough. The coronavirus could still enter my house and get me. I realised as well that although the NHS and the medical teams that we have in this country are amazing and doing great work, and I'm very thankful for them, that might not be enough either. There are people younger than me and healthier than me who are catching the virus and dying, and it's not enough for me to hope in the medical care. They might not be able to cure me, they might not be able to fix me if I get coronavirus. So my hope couldn't be in that either. And yet this hope has been real. I have a real sense of peace and joy. And it's because I believe, first of all, that God does care about this world. There is a God, and He is good and kind. He didn't make this world as it is. He made it good, but because we chose to walk away from Him and say no to His goodness and His rule over our lives, the world is the way it is. And yet He still cares, and He sees all the horrible things going on. He sees the devastation, not just of coronavirus, but all the other awful things that happen in this world. And He cares. He cares more than us, in fact. Because I believe that God is a bit like one of those doctors entering the hospitals to treat people, knowing that he might catch the virus, knowing that they might get sick. That's exactly what God did. He didn't stay up in heaven. He entered this world in the form of Jesus, a man. And the Bible actually says somewhere, He caught our sickness, He took up our sorrows, and He suffered with us, and He suffers with us, and He weeps with us still. So I believe firmly that God cares about this world, and in fact He's planning to build it anew. The Bible says that He's going to make a whole new world, free of sickness, free of death, free of all these things that we hate and all these awful things that make life so sad at times. And so my hope is that should I die, I will be stepping into a new world. I'll be going home, a place where there's no more pain or sickness or sadness. But even that, if I'm honest, is not quite enough, because if I die, or if I have to leave this world early, I'm still leaving behind my family. But I believe that God cares about me, and sometimes I think that's just ridiculous. I'm a very small person, 1 in 7 billion, but I do believe that God cares about me as an individual and about you as an individual, and He's shown that in so many ways in the last few weeks. I can't tell you. So many instances of His real love and care for me as an individual. And so I believe that if the worst happens, then my children will be safe and looked after by someone far more powerful and loving than me. Now, this hope, it has been real. It's been a rock under my feet. It's given me real peace at a time when the world feels like it's crumbling. And I think if you're just thinking, do you know what, the things I've been trusting and the things I've been hoping in aren't strong enough for this time, then I just really encourage you to reach out to someone who knows and loves the Lord, or to us here at Grace Church. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to hear your story and help you at this time if you need it, or just help you hear about why this hope can be yours too. Don't sit in fear, don't sit in sadness. Reach out to someone who can help you.